Hi, everybody. It's James, and welcome back to the Swifts. We're here again to talk about a few things. We've had a transfer window. We've had the highs of cup wins. We've had a great game against Wraith that you guys saw way back then. And things have happened. Not a whole lot, but I wanted to, before we talk transfers and stuff, I wanted to talk to you guys about our last 3 games, and it's the craziest run I've ever seen in Football Manager. Now, you can see we drew, we've lost, and we've lost. Okay, it happens. That's not what's weird about it. What's weird about it is this. St. Mirren, Scottish Cup, 4th round. Well, let's just go into it here. Scottish Cup, 4th round. We go in, largely dominate the game. Or we don't largely dominate the game, but we hold our own in the game. Score in the 10th and 87th minute. They go and score in the 34th and the 4th minute of stoppage time to save a draw. Okay, cup replay. Come back. We score 37th minute and 66th minute. They score in the 59th minute and the 90th minute plus 4, so the 4th minute of stoppage time, of which there was 3 minutes of stoppage time. Thank you, ref, for that one. And we go to a penalty shootout, and we miss the penalties, and we lose out on that. So, stoppage time goals, draws, and then not being able to finish out. In a game where we play much better and are the better side by a good statistical amount. Then we come and play Clyde, 7th in the table, Clyde. And we go, they go up in the 8th minute. We go back up in their 32nd minute, and James, what would you think would happen? Why don't we just give up a 93rd minute goal after 3 minutes of stoppage time? We wish there was 3 minutes. I'm kind of glad you guys didn't get to see this because I was severely upset with all of this going on. And yes, it was a rotated side. We had just played the cup game earlier, but it just absolutely unreasonable. We have Wraith today, 2nd in the table. I mean, even with all those hiccups, I mean, we're out of the Scottish Cup, which kind of sucks. We're still in the SPFL trophy. We'll play Dundee United reserves, and we're still 11 points clear of Wraith, not including this game. So we have a chance to go, 14 clear with a win here? Yeah. So on to transfers. As you'll see here, 2 guys are leaving us. And I have a loan offer back in for for Farrell for next year to try and extend it for another year, which could be very good, interesting, and good. As for that, let's talk history. Gary O'Hare, who we loaned in, has gone back to Blackburn because we weren't playing him. And they said, hey, you're not playing him. And I went, yeah, we're not playing him. And they went, okay. Well, he's not coming anymore. I went, all right. Then, all that money we had, I spent $200,000 of it on this guy, Jack O'Donovan, who is an Irish winger / striker who's got a ton of potential. And I was like, all right, we're not getting Spence back. But what we are getting is Jack O'Donovan. Because hell yeah, this guy's young, he's talented, he looks like he can be the bee's knees, looks awesome, does everything we want him to do, can be an advanced forward, he plays a deep line forward, he's the man, right? He's the man. Well, lo and behold, I get a loan offer for Spence, accepted, and he's back with the team. So Ryan Spence is back. He has to be a star player, plays an advanced forward, and they're playing like 400 pounds a week, 325 pounds a week, but I think it's worth that. And he's here until January of next year. So good there. And then we picked up this guy, Brendan Malloy, for free because he was playing in America. He's a left back. We needed a left back, and here you are. Now on the outs, where do we start? Probably here. Michael Sullivan, our Sandoval, we let out for a free, as we did with John O'Donovan, because they just weren't playing and pushing up a fuss. Mark McAllister, this one kind of sucks, but you understand it. Let him go for £1,000. Made a profit on him. Wasn't really playing him. We've kind of settled the team now. We've shrunk the squad size down in the wage a bit 2. Ryan Bateman has left for £10,000, which was a coup, I think. He's playing for now for St. Johnston as a regular starter. We had Moore in. Moore was taken over as the regular starter, so we kind of just went, okay, Bateman, see you later. Jai Wood, who's never going to start for us, got picked up by Livingston for £725, going up to $875. And then Kieran McDonald, this is another head shaker, for $25,000, that raising up to £67,000. I don't think he's ever going to be that good, so I definitely took the money. Hamish Keith went to Aberdeen on a free. I can't see us developing him. He is a center back who isn't really good at marking or tackling. He's not fast. He doesn't have strength. So it was like, okay, yeah, let him go. He's not consistent either. This one you guys may be upset with, but Colin Gentry went to Hibernian for £20,000. He wasn't playing. He kicked up a little bit of fuss about not playing, so I decided, you know what, now's the time to let you go. And then finally, Theo McVoy went to Hearts. And he's immediately been bid on by Cork City to be loaned out. That's all of our transfer business done in a nutshell. Also, finances-wise, we're poor again. Mainly because I have the board improving the training facilities, improving the youth facilities, and planning on buying the stadium. So I have all of that going on. So spending all of our money for sure. Still with $77,500 and almost £6,000 a week in wage budget, we have some room to maneuver. So I've been a busy boy. Also, you guys haven't seen what else we've done. We won a lot of games. We lost the Adderley game right after the win to Wraith, and then just, won a bunch. So we're doing well in a lot of things. The SPL trophy will be interesting. I forget the Scottish Cup. I didn't really want to show you guys again because it's like, oh good, another cup run, James. Another cup. Another one. Yeah, we're done with that. But it's left us in an interesting predicament because the club atmosphere is down right now, though cohesion and managerial support is good. Also, Mark Whelan wants to leave. And hasn't left yet. He's okay to leave for £60,000. That's what we value him at. So we're just waiting for a club to come in for him for that. And if he doesn't, then guess what? Get to keep him. And yeah, this is where we're at. Kind of fun, kind of interesting, kind of scary at the same time. But let's talk about today and the team. This is the team that is lining up to go up against Wraith. Moore, Lightbourne, Mean, Lewis, Suerto, Babaco, Murphy, Spence, Richardson, and Farrell. Kind of what you've come to expect from us. Birchill and Donovan, Lapel, Dewhurst, Hall, and Nygor all on the bench with Cece. Cable is also kind of picked up a little bit of a fuss, and we promised him that we'd loan him out. We're trying to find a loan from him, but we can't. Velez got hurt. Fredrickson is now as part of the first team with the pending leaving of Mark Whelan. Also, Fredrickson has been training like a freaking madman and can also double dip as a midfield advanced playmaker. So that's good to have. And then Malloy sits on the bench. I mean, I got him, and look at all those arrows. He's already developing like crazy. So good all around. Let's submit the team. Let's see what the boys can do against Wraith. See if we can't pick up a win. I mean, we're on a four-game winless streak. And beating Wraith will really cement us at the top of the league, give us 14 points. It is away from home. Oh, look at that nice little stone wall. It's Starks. Oh, Starks Park in Kirkcaldy? It's in the poster. Spence is there. Lightbourne sends it over. I've also reworked, now with like the team being settled, I've also reworked all the set pieces and the set piece takers as, okay, guys, let's just not do this, please. I would really like us not to have to be able to handle like some craziness. Let's calm down, settle into the game. I mean, if we're willing to go positive here, if we're really having that much possession. Lewis finds Richardson, the pullback. Oh my God. The pullback was crazy. Farrell just had to get his foot onto that, and it was in the back of the net. Jesus. Murphy suffered a fractured finger, but should be able to play through it. Yeah, he doesn't need his, this is football. He doesn't need his hands for football. When does he's not even on throw-in duty. Absolutely, he can play through a fractured hand. Absolutely, he should play through a fractured hand. Spence is way back here. Farrell, Richardson, counterattack, finds Farrell again. Finds Murphy. Didn't need his hand. At what point did fractured hand require Murphy to do anything with that? Also, if you notice, we've dropped Spence into playing a deep line playmaker in support. Yes, I know. You have to play him as advanced forward. We're not going to play him as an advanced forward. That was just deployed to get him back on loan. He's playing a lot deeper, so he can use that kind of spraying, passing ability that he's got for sure. But it also allow our guys to really kind of break on the counterattack. And also, I want the guys to be able to defend a little bit better, as Verps takes care of the header and has picked out, almost picked out Richardson. But Farrell's there, finds Spence. Spence get the pass, finds Richardson. It wasn't really a great pass. Lewis, Min finds Richardson, who then bangs it into the wall. You know, Richardson has like the second most goals. Farrell is got 25 in the league, and Richardson only has 10. But Richardson has 14 in cup competitions, which is absolutely crazy. If you think about it, Richardson has been the man in the cups. Granted, Farrell and Spence were both away for a period of time, so we played the majority of our early cup games back then. So he was the guy. As Lewis finds Richardson, who's able to turn on the burners here. That's a lot of guys in front. There's a lot of guys behind the ball. Oh my God. Yeah, they're playing look at this. A 4-1-2-2. All right, Spence is back here. We've got runners. He's got Farrell, who probably the weakest shot I've ever seen actually make it in as a goal. He just trickled that into the lower right-hand corner. But once again, look at the break here. So you've got Farrell here, Richardson here, and Spence. And our three strikers are already more advanced than the rest of their team. Play develops. Now they still have guys going back here. Richardson kind of has this guy in a little bit of no man's land because he has to be over here to cover this off. He has to also cover the ball carrier and Farrell. Pass is made to Farrell. They pull over. Now Farrell takes the shot here. But something else you think about he can do if he had more vision and teamwork is that he could take this ball and pass it into the space here for Richardson to run on. And Richardson's got pace. And also, look, he's got nobody around here. Because, once again, Archibald, Astley, he doesn't give up on this play. Maybe a little deflection off him. But there's the goal, there's the score. There's the solidification of some more points for us, hopefully. And just kind of how I break down, how I look at things tactically. Because you can see here, everything's kind of happening in with these guys. And the wingbacks are there, and I think as we get stronger players, the tactic will change again. Lightborn, once again, the next evolution of this tactic and the way I see it going forward is the way I keep it up. Is making the fullbacks the wingbacks more aggressive. But for that, I need better athletes at wingback. And these guys are good, but they're not as athletic. So keeping them on support, they never really drift more past being on the midfield line. Sure, they'll roam forward, but there's that. And also, if I get stronger defenders, because the defenders I have are good, let's be honest, as Richardson. That's the pace. Striking department, I don't think we need to do anything with. I think we're good there. The roles may change. I have two advanced forwards and a deep line forward. I don't think we ever go away from the deep line forward. But I can see an advanced forward and a pressing forward. Somebody who's just runs at the defense. The deep line forward maybe changes to a complete forward. Once again, but complete forwards can do everything. That's kind of their point. We don't have anybody at this level who can play a complete forward. Lewis better get the pass right. He does. Spence does a good job there. Lewis gets it here to Murphy. Murphy gets the ball to Farrell. Farrell turns it. Good turn. Almost converts. I think it was on his right foot too, so it's his weaker foot. But so if I'm looking at this, and then either make the wingbacks more advanced, or you do something like have one wingback be more advanced, and then you have like the advanced playmaker or a Mezzala on attack going forward. So you kind of have like this wingback that you can kind of throw crosses in and have be strong, and then you also have like the midfielder becoming the fourth player in the box to create that overload. But I need to have players that can do that, and I don't right now. As Ewan, don't let him turn it. Ukart has been dangerous all game. And by all game, it's surprising. We need to look at. Let's be nice. Let's get him off. Babako can stay on. Let's pull Spence. Well, Spence is having a good game. So I think we can take Richardson off and bring on O'Donovan. And we'll do that. That's 3 left-footed strikers, by the way. I'm trying to get O'Donovan into the game and get him more up to speed. He hasn't yet. Yeah, he's had 1 assist contribution. I don't know if you guys were here for that or not. Which has been good, but, you know, I want to get him more involved because he obviously is the striking option of the future for us. Obviously, probably him on the left with Richardson on the right, and then somebody else going through. Actually, if you think about it, probably Valdez on the left, Richardson on the right, and Donovan being the deep line forward, or Valdez being the deep line forward, and O'Donovan on the left and Richardson on the right. Because we're not going to keep Farrell and Spence for long periods of time. We know that that's not sustainable. I would love to get Farrell permanently. The likelihood that Rangers will let that happen as, oh boy, that was a problem. See what I mean by needing better center backs too? I mean, Min just kind of really cocked that up. And if it wasn't for their striker pulling it way wide, we would have had problems. Good news is, though, we didn't have to worry about that. Because easy win. Nice 2-0. Clean sheet, which you'll love to see. Also, goalkeeper is on my list, too. I'm always looking for a better goalkeeper. Hughes. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys about Richardson's crazy transfer story, too. All right. Excellent top performance. The team has the game knowing they can carry again the score. He's inspired, wasn't he? Hughes can look elsewhere. He was great. So, let's see if I still have it. All right, so there are bids, like some pretty impressive bids coming in here for Richardson, right? So here it is. I listed him at $500,000 with a 10% sell on. Queen's Park goes, okay, we accept it. And I'm like, all right, Richardson's going for $500,000. That's great. You know, that is a transformative amount of money for this club to sell a player for £500,000 after we spent like £1 million on developing our stadium, developing our youth facility. To have Richardson go, it sucks, but it is a transformative amount of money. And I was like, well, we have O'Donovan, we have Valdez, we have strikers who can do that. I mean, we've got Patterson, who's still in the youth ranks, right? If I wouldn't be damned, now I can still resign. Chicago Fire was all the bids. Richardson rejects the contract from Queen's Park, who's in the championship. He rejects the contract to stay. My man rejected a £500,000 move and a contract from a professional. They're professional, right? Am I wrong? A professional contract to stay with the team. Tom Richardson proving why right now he's a club legend. Take notes, Harry Kane. That's how you do it. Like, I was willing to go. I was already planning up his background thing. And Richardson goes, nah, man. I'm here for you, coach. I got this. And you know what? Even if he does end up getting sold, I'm happy to keep him around. As this is the guy who's really tearing it up. Who's he on loan from? Rangers. Makes sense. That's why I was wondering why that guy was getting into so many positions. It was scary. But yeah, it was because he played for Rangers. Interesting. All right, I'm just advancing forward just to see if anything happens with Farrell, because I did put that bid in. See if we can't extend his loan. I don't think we're even like we're not even offering him more money. So if we can get Farrell back on loan for like another year, that would really solidify us. But we won't see yet. In the SPFL Trophy semifinal, Chesterfield, Dundee. Got confused there. There was Dundee and Dundee United. Reserves. It's Dundee, Chesterfield. So Chesterfield is in the Vanarama National League. Dundee is in the Championship. There's us, and then there's United's reserves. I'll be honest with you, I'm probably not going to show you this game, because if we win it, it's great, and then we'll go to the Cup final. If we don't, what does it matter? We'll come back sometime in March. This is the promise I'll make for you, and it's the same promise I always make. We'll come back for either the youth intake and the game after the youth intake, or we'll come back if it's the game in which we become champions. Fair enough? And I say this like, oh, James, you think about being champion? Yeah, we got a good shot at it at this point. You know, almost 15 points. We're 14 points clear of Wraith. Was it with 11 matches to go? So we're not obviously like, you can't crown us yet, but it's statistically, it's looking pretty close. Also, can we talk about the money went down from League One? I thought we got more. Oh, is that there's that League Two that gets like. Oh yeah. So yeah, I mean, we can still actually get some good money there. But yeah, we play what? 36 times. So 36 times, we're on 25 games now. Nobody else is, I mean, Ardial is in some great form. We are in like the second best form in the league, probably. Yeah. So, like I said, it won't show you that match, but we'll see what if you become champions or anything else like that. So until then, folks, I've been James. You've been you. This has been the Swifts. And it's not how good you are. It's how good you want to be. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.